It's beautiful, delicious, and it's really fun to make. So let's do this. Get yourself a pan on. We're going to use, for the beginning of the flavour, bacon. And you don't have to go mad on the bacon, right? So we want to make them healthier. So that's also about restraint. So 4 slices is all we need, and just slice it up as fine as you can. So what we want to do is get that crispy. I'll add that to the pan, and immediately that will start crispening up. Add a little olive oil to the pan and just move it all around. It already smells amazing. At the heart of this dish is the crouton. So a clever little healthy swap is to make your own croutons, because we can trade up from white bread to like a mixed seed brown bread, right? So you get more fiber, more goodness, and more flavor, honestly. So if you get like 3 centimeter slices, just try and slice this up into like centimeter-ish cubes. We're gonna use this bread to make the best croutons ever. So if you look in the pan now, the bacon's getting lightly golden. Take these croutons and just sprinkle these in. We'll give it a nice little shake. We're not gonna rush this, right? We're gonna kind of take about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes on a medium heat. Just keep moving it, tossing it around, getting it golden, crisp, and delicious. So they're gonna blow your mind, okay? So let's get onto the Brussels sprouts. What you can do is just cut your Brussels sprout in half, put this onto its flat edge, then we can just rock chop and go as fine as you can. And that's gonna give you a completely different texture, more like a slaw. Now, if you're worried about your knife skills, don't worry. Use a food processor, and literally in seconds, you just basically done. So we have our beautiful Brussels sprouts. For the people that are not converted yet, with a little bit of help in hand from the world's best croutons, it's gonna be so, so good. People will fight for it, I promise you. So next, we're gonna do a lovely dressing. So, so simple. First and foremost, extra virgin olive oil. And then I'm gonna go in with some nice balsamic, delicious, about a tablespoon. Baby spinach, beautiful. We could actually just put the Brussels sprouts in raw, and I actually love it. But what I quite like to do in this recipe is just soften them a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is just get these croutons and just shake them to one side like that, and put these beautiful Brussels into the pan. Give them a little mix around, and a little bit of heat for 2 or 3 minutes just softens them, makes them a pleasure to eat, and makes them cling onto the dressing in the most beautiful way. This dressing and this salad is gonna come together beautifully. The last bit is the oranges. Just get a bit of that lovely orange zest for later. And this is a fantastic garnish, but it's beautiful and it smells incredible. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll peel it and then gorgeous little slices, thin as you can. You can lay that around our plate here. Back to the pan here, take all of this into here, and this is why it's called a warm salad, right? So we need a little bit of speed. I'm gonna put this back on the heat. There's one last thing I wanna do, and that's introduce some hazelnuts. A handful, just to wake up the flavor. It's gonna be amazing. So while they're toasting, just get into a nice big bowl, get your hands in there, and give it a proper dress. Do not let any leaf or bit of Brussels go undressed, okay? That is the joy of a good salad. Look at that. Nice and quick, so you don't cook the spinach. So it's a big, tasty, substantial salad. And then I'm gonna take these beautiful toasted hazelnuts, I'll whack them in a little pestle and mortar, bash up the hazelnuts, and we're literally gonna let it rain down the little bits of orange zest. That, my friends, is a properly tasty salad. Crispy bacon, homemade croutons, Brussels with lovely spinach, orange and balsamic. Gorgeous. Let's get in there. I know this is gonna be amazing. Those croutons are insanely good.